Hello, I'm Jacob. You're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors, and today I'm here to give you my initial impressions of the Esee Zancudo. Alright, before we get too deep into this channel is completely funded through sales at my website, beachandtactical.com, my Amazon store, where I sell gear that I've reviewed and mostly still own, and my Patreon, which actually this knife came from a patron at my birthday. Thank you so much. With that out of the way, we'll talk about some basic specs here. This model is the carbon fiber handled D2 bladed edition. These are made in Taiwan by Blue Ridge Knives, designed by Esee. Your blade length is 2.94. Your handle is 4 inches for an overall length of 7 inches, essentially. Blade stock is 9/100ths of an inch, fairly thin. Full flat grind. The pocket clip is right hand only, tip up or tip down. MSRP on this guy is $60, but there is a more affordable version in AUS 8 or AUS 8, whatever you want to say, and they run about $30. Alright, so I figured we'd do a quick size comparison. The Zancudo, one of my absolute favorite knives. This is the Hogue Doug Ritter Survival Knife with a Bobby Bushcraft bead that I love. The Spyderco PM2. So these are obviously much larger pocket knives. The Kershaw Link. And the Kershaw Leek, which is probably the most comparable size-wise to the Zancudo. So as you can see here, the Zancudo is not a very large knife. It is what I would classify basically either a small pocket knife or basically an average-sized pocket knife. Nobody's going to look at this and think that it's large. It's large enough to handle most tasks. I think that there are some 3-inch blade laws somewhere in some communist land somewhere around here, which is probably why they shot for the 2.92-inch blade. It is a frame lock. If I didn't mention that already, I should have. That means that to close it, you have to push this bar aside and close it. It does take a little bit of force, but in my opinion, it's not bad. Opinions on what you're looking for in the locks vary drastically, but it has enough of a detent, so it does take a little bit of force to get out, but once you do, it really rockets out. To me, it's not enough to be detrimental in any way. It's really a nice, happy medium between safety and ease of use. And getting the frame lock out of the way, like I said, takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's really not bad. Now, I'm excited to review this because I do not like D2 steel. Because I don't like D2 steel, I'm always excited to use the crap out of it for an opportunity to be proven wrong. Now, I do not know if I will take the opportunity to compare the D2 steel against the AUS or AUS 8 because I think I might give this away. More on that some other time. But I do actually have something to say about this guy already. See here, blade centering for people who are really big on that in a cheap knife. I mean, it's good. I've got no problems with that at all. Fit and finish feels good. I've had no issues with what I think. This is actually, though, however, a replacement blade. When I got the first one in doing some moderate pocket knife use, I was carving a little bit of plywood off of a chicken coop because the door wouldn't shut all the way. So I was shaving the corner off of it so that the door would shut more easily. After doing that task, the knife went from a nice lockup that was very solid to being absolutely sloppy with no amount of adjustment fixing the problem. So I contacted them. They actually accidentally sent me out this knife first. I contacted them again. They sent me out the right one. No big deal. We will see if this guy has the same issue. What I will say from the get-go is if that kind of use would immediately damage the blade to this point, to that point, then my review of the blade would be absolutely 100% negative. And I would say that it would be prudent for Esee to pull this out of their line and pull their name off of it. But I believe that it was a fluke. They handled it well. Anytime in manufacturing, things can come up, little things can go wrong. People's hands have been on it. I don't think it'll happen again. If it does, I'll let you know. But overall, my initial impressions on this knife is it's just a nice pocket knife. Goes in the pocket easy, rides in the pocket easy. I did switch to tip up carry. And I've really, for what I've got with the new one, for what I've used it for, it comes out of the box just sharp as crap. I have no complaints, and I think it's great. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. I always look forward to talking to you guys, and I hope that you have a blessed day.